Welcome to another episode of Roof It Up. Super excited. We have Jeremy Lara with us, one of the top roofing contractors in the US. He's located in California. And we are also blessed because we've been working with Jeremy for a few years now. He's literally unbiased, but he's one of my favorites. KJ, don't call me that you are. One of my favorites. Um, so we're really excited to have him on the show. Jeremy, can you let the audience know a little bit about yourself? We'd love to hear more.
Yeah,
Share a
no
little bit.
problem. What's up, audience? So, yeah, this is Jeremy with Baja Roofing. A little bit about myself. I've been roofing since before I had a choice. Uh, Third generation. My grandfather started a roofing company. He had me up there working to get some money, or not to get some money. He just had me working. He wanted to instill a really good work ethic into us, which I'm glad he did. It built some good character, and it's allowed me to flourish in the roofing community. Since then, I've taken over the company name, and we're off to the races with my family, my cousin, my partner, and myself. It's truly a family company, owned and operated. So I'm proud to say that, and we're super excited for what the future has to hold for us.
Yeah. And you guys seriously have an exceptional team. You guys have, we've got to see your growth and all the good things happening. So we're really excited for you. So Jeremy, who has been a significant mentor for you in your career? I know you just said your grandpa, but like
Mhm.
anyone else? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say there's been a few. My grandfather for the work ethic, right? I
Mhm.
can say my father for the creativity, just the GSD, the get done mindset, right?
Yeah.
Just to figure it out. Um, and then on top of that, it's been real tough to find another good mentor, just because of what I'm trying to accomplish, and nobody that I've known has done it. So
Hmm.
that's where coaching has come into play. And I wouldn't call it a person, but an academy, a coaching academy that I've been a part of, has been a really big influence on my life. They're called Breakthrough Academy. So
Yeah.
those are the top three most impactful people or organizations that have driven me to my success so far.
No, and I love it. And then could you tell us one thing you absolutely love about roofing industry and one thing you find super challenging? I know that you shared like you've had challenges and you've found it difficult to find a mentor as a person, but now you're in like a program that's really helping you. But like, what is one of the things that you found challenging and how have you
Yeah,
overcome it?
I mean, I mean, I can go on and on from what I find challenging in the roofing space. As we continue to progress, new challenges arise, right? One
Yeah.
thing I love about the roofing industry is, for me, I love networking with other businesses and other people. I get to go into homes. I'm now, as a business owner, I'm not really as much on the sales side, but I really love sales. I love marketing, my social media presence. I'm growing to love, and
Yeah.
I love the issues that arise. And this may sound weird, but whenever we have issues on the job site, and our leaders for some reason can't solve them, I love being the knight in white armor coming in and solving it for them. So yeah, that's one thing I love about the roofing industry, and it's always growing, it's always evolving, and I just love evolving with it. Some of the challenges I can say that I face, especially recently, has been, man, the challenges. There's so many. My
There
biggest
is.
challenge is letting go of control.
Mm,
Right, letting go of control. As we've expanded, I've now had to implement leaders in certain divisions, and for me, letting go of that control is really tough, just because I'm OCD and I'm kind of a control freak, and I just want to take over everything. Um, and so when I let go of that control and I see my leaders doing a job that maybe I wouldn't do a certain way, it's hard for me to watch. But as long as things are getting done and our metrics are hit and our goals are hit, then I'm fine with it. And it just really teaches me, that I have to have the right systems in place for them to succeed. So I think that's just the biggest challenge, is letting go of
yeah.
control.
I think there's like a quote by John Maxwell, and it's like, if someone can do the job at least 80% as good as you,
Mhm.
then let it go, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's tough, but like you're like, yeah, 80% as good as me. All right. And then I can let it go. Letting you streamline and grow more. So that's cool. It's cool to definitely see you grow in that area. And at least you're seeing that it's hitting their matrix, right? Um, but that you're able to really let go so you can grow. 'Cause Jeremy, you're really good at what you do. Like you're a freaking amazing leader. We get to see it, just working with you.
Thank
So
you.
it's awesome that you're like opening up more so that other individuals are able to take over so you can focus more on your company growth and vision. So very exciting. No. Okay. Where do you envision taking Baja Roofing in the future? So like in the next 2, 5 years, where do you see it?
That's a wonderful question. Yeah, we actually have a goal. Before 2030 for sure, but realistically, we're really pushing for the next 3 years, the next 36 months. We want Baja Roofing to be a $10 million company. I know revenues for show, a net for grow. But if we're really hitting, like you said, all of our matrix in our plan, we call it the MVP, our Masters Builders Plan. A $10 million company, at 10% net profit, that's going to really allow me to start transforming people's lives, right? So that's where I see us being at. At that point, I may decide to franchise or maybe even sell it. I'm not sure, but that was my original plan. Now I'm really just growing to love the company, so I might just keep on running it forever until I'm really old. But at that point, I can really start to transform people's lives. I can have trainings and standard operating procedures in place to allow people to see a visual roadmap of what it takes to succeed in my company, getting them healthcare, getting them proper pay, retirement funds, and then also in return impacting our community.
Mm.
We've been a really big influence in the commercial field, and we want to take the concepts that we're using with our commercial clients to our residential clients. I find that there's a really lack of the care that the commercial customers, our residential customers get with roof maintenance, with the level of support, just because their ticket prices are a little bit lower than our commercial customers. So yeah, want to make a really big impact in the community and allow anybody that jumps on our ship to succeed and give them a clear roadmap on how to do it. So that's where I
Okay.
envision our company being.
Freaking awesome. So hitting 10 million, also just like really impacting your community, which you guys are already doing it now and then like impacting them more. And then I love how you set a really clear roadmap for your team so that when they join Baja Roofing, they know what they're going to get and where they can go.
Yeah,
That's,
100%. Right? They're
that's
not just stuck in limbo. It's the worst when you're just in a job and you're just kind of waiting around for a raise, and you're there for 6 months. 6 months turns into 2 years, and you're kind of stuck at the same pay. You might get a little raise here and there, but we're
right.
really implementing a lot of training systems and processes for our people to succeed in the workplace and to have a really high retention rate and to still be competitive in the marketplace.
Yeah, and I love how you're like impacting people is not just simply at work; it's how they get to impact their families, right? So it's just such a bigger ripple effect. When you're taking care of your team, they're taking care of their families, they're taking care of their kids,
Mm-hmm.
they're giving opportunities to their children that maybe they didn't have before. I don't know. It's just such a much bigger ripple when people are happier.
Oh, 100%. And all about the culture too, right? And that's another big thing I'm about is building a really nice cultures that people can not only strive in monetarily, but also feel good leaving home. They're not really stressed out or really mad going home to their families or to their wives or to their kids. The culture I'm trying to build at Baja Roofing, and I think I have been building, has been really working. I don't think we've had anybody quit. I think we have like a 95% retention rate right now, which is awesome. So yeah, really looking
Amazing.
forward to that.
I think the statistic says if you keep it over 10%, like retention rate, anything over 10%, like that's huge. Like less than 10% are leaving, which is
Yeah.
amazing. So awesome. Very cool. All right. Awesome. So what advice would you give to someone that's just starting in the roofing business? What's something you wish you had known when you began? I know you got a little different because you had a lot of support from your
Mhm.
family, but if someone's starting off, like what's something you wish you would have known when you began?
Yeah, no, 100%. If somebody is thinking about getting into the roofing space, first I would ask them to really think about why they want to become a roofing contractor. Like really set your phone down aside, go out to the beach or on a hike somewhere real tranquil where you're at peace and really dig deep as far as to why they want to be a roofing contractor. Some people see roofing contractors, especially nowadays on social media, Lee Hay or Dimitri, they're blowing up and they got the nice cars and they see these influencers and they just want to be a business owner to get all that money, but that's not really how it is behind the scenes, right? So really dig into your why. Once you find your why out, then you can make a more informed decision on whether you want to be a roofing contractor or not. If you want to be a roofing contractor because you just want to make some quick cash, you should maybe just look into being a sales consultant for a roofing business. If you're a really good roofer and you think that you can roof better than anybody else, you should look into a leadership position with a bigger roofing company. But really being an entrepreneur and being a business owner, however hard you think it is, it's probably 100 times harder. And it just gets harder and harder as you go up. You have some good people surrounding you. It makes it a little bit easier. But one piece of advice is just figuring out your why, and then also coming up with a real strategic game plan and getting some mentorship.
So good. Jeremy, what is your why?
My why, that's a really good question. I want to leave this earth by impacting as many people as possible. I've always been a giver. Growing up in high school, I used to coordinate feeding the homeless out on Skid Row here in downtown LA. I used to gather a bunch of money, gather a bunch of my friends. We get meat, cheese, tortillas set up in downtown in the middle of Skid Row and just start serving everybody food. Right. For me, that makes a really big impact on myself. I feel really good. My dopamine levels are all spiked up. Like doing stuff like that really excites me. I've kind of lost that vision after high school for a little bit, but I found myself again. And the way that I see making the biggest impact on as many people as possible is being a business owner, growing myself and teaching other people how to grow, maybe not following in my footsteps, but following in the same path that I'm on to better themselves and in return, better everybody that surrounds them. So that's my why, really being impactful.
So powerful. And it's like, as a business owner, it's a vehicle, right? And it's not for everybody. I always say, if you use, like, I think 100% agree with you. People are like, I'm going to be a business owner. And you're like, wait, so
Yeah,
like,
pump your brakes in that vehicle real
yeah,
quick.
like really think about it. You got to have a high pain rate. Like you can tolerate a lot of pain. Gosh. But the impact, right? Your why, making an impact on individuals' lives, and how you're using this amazing vehicle, roofing, to do that. I think it's
Right?
so powerful.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like when people, I don't know, it's crazy because I think right after COVID, the blue collar industry really got a lot more respect, if that makes sense.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Before it was like, oh man, you gotta work out in the sun. Oh man, that sucks. Like damn, I'm sorry. Like what decisions did you make in life to have to pour concrete or do roofing or like, be an electrician? Unless you're in the union, it's always kind of been looked down on until I think for me, COVID may have been like a turning point where now we're essential. And then now it's almost like a luxury to being blue collar, being a handyman. Now, that whole blue collar industry just really spiked up in my eyes. And
yeah.
I'm gonna use that momentum, like I said, to impact people. Yeah, a roofing company to change lives. Honestly, that's my goal and that's my vision and that's my why.
I freaking love it. Jeremy, okay, I know you are a busy man. You're on the road, so we're wrapping this up. It's just a short, nice, sweet
Mm-hmm.
podcast just to like learn more about you so that people can learn more about you, who you are. But if you have anything to leave to the audience, what do you want to leave with them? If it's a quote, if it's anything that you want to share there, and then also share your handles. Like, where can they get a hold of you? You're kicking butt on your social media, so like, where are the handles that they can reach you? So share away.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. What I want to leave to the audience, this is mainly speaking to the potential business owners that want to get into the roofing space or in any blue collar space, the home services space. Again, really find your why you want to do it. And then don't try to keep up with the Joneses that you see out on social media. Really, like I said, the numbers are just for show. What really matters is dialing in on your systems and your processes and surrounding yourself by really good people and seeking advice from mentorship. That's what I want to leave off with. And then my handles, yeah, Baja Roofing on Instagram. That's BAJA_roofing. We also have a Baja Roofing Facebook page. Our YouTube is almost up and running. And then, of course, www.bajaroofing.com. That's where you can find us. I'd love to hear from anybody that's listening to this podcast. I'd be happy to mentor some people, too, if they want to reach out for some advice.
I love it. And I think you shared that you might start your own podcast soon. So if you do, we are going to be totally launching and sharing that with everybody because they
Yeah.
will support your podcast. I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, awesome. And then, yeah, and if any roofers are kind of up in the air about hiring some virtual administrative companies, I would definitely recommend Saenz Global.
We really appreciate
100%.
it.
Your team
We
has been
appreciate
awesome.
it.
You guys are contributing to my success. I forgot to leave that out too. Part of surrounding yourself with some awesome people and an awesome team. I mean, Saenz Global has been a big part of our success. So thank you for creating this company and making an impact on people's lives.
Thank you so much. We totally guys did not ask for this, so we really appreciate it. We appreciate the shout out. We do. Very nice. Love it. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for listening, and we will be sharing Jeremy's handles. If you're swiping down, you'll be able to see all his handles. Seriously, go check him out. He's doing some big things, and we're excited for all that's ahead for you, Jeremy. Congratulations. Thanks for
Awesome.
being on the
Thanks for your time. You're welcome.
show.
Peace out, guys.
Thanks.